Hello Crafty Stamper. So this is the tutorial for the April kit. So I'm going to show you what's in the kits, and I'm going to show you kind of how to put them together. So this is the teacup one. And so what you will get in this one is you will get your envelope, your white base, your pattern backing. You get a black square, a gray, your teacup. You'll get a little piece of string, and you will get, there it is, your tea tag, and then a bag of flowers on that. And you'll get some pop-up tape on there. So this is how you want to put this together. So go ahead and put your back on for your solid white. You're going to have a little bit of white around the edges. Then you want to go ahead and put your gray onto your black piece. And this is just going to have a little bit of black around the edge too on this one. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pop up the teacup and pop up the little tea tag on there. So what I did with the tea tag, so I went ahead and put it through this little hole. Then I took the tea cup. Now the cup has a little slit in it, and we're going to put the flowers in there. So what I went ahead and did is I just put a little tape on the back to secure the white string, and you want to have it hanging over just a little like this to make it, so you want to kind of have it like that. So this is a little tape that will just keep it secure so it won't move around when you're trying to do everything. So you got some tape, or some pop-up tape, and just go ahead and put that right down on the bottom here. The reason is because you're sticking flowers down here, and we'll wait till later to do some other stuff. So you want to have room for your flowers. So just put it down at the bottom here. So this one, you can go ahead and just cut a little bit off because you don't need a whole bunch for this one. Okay, so what you want to go ahead and do is anchor this to where you want it on your gray piece. And I just kind of put the teacup onto the gray over to the left. And then I'm going to put and it looks kind of nice if you hang this over a little on that dimensional, on the pop-up on that. So that's how you want to have it on there. Okay, so what we're going to do is you got a little bag of flowers, and these are a triple stamp flower with a die cut, and I'll show you the kit later if you guys are interested in trying to find it and purchase it, because I don't know, I got it quite a while ago. So go ahead and poke out all the things if I forgot to poke out your stuff. And what I would go ahead and do first is just turn them all over, and I would go ahead and lay them out how you want them to be in your pot, or in your teacup, I'm sorry. And what you want to do is kind of put high here and then a little bit low here. And you just kind of want to figure out what you want a little. in dimension wise, and don't glue anything in yet. And you don't have to use all the flowers if you don't want to, because maybe you don't want it overcrowding on there. So that's kind of how I want to have it with that. Okay, so after you get an idea, go ahead and pull it out. And you want to put a little bit of glue right here on this edge. That edge is basically going to be, a lot of it's going to be covered with your flowers. And if you have to, if there's another spot that you want glued down, just don't put a whole bunch of glue on it yet. Okay, there. So that should be secure. Okay, so then you want to go ahead and glue on your back. You can tape it or glue it, whatever you want to do. And if you want to put it in the center, go ahead. If you want to put a little bit up, because you want to put maybe Happy Mother's Day down here or something, just kind of look and see how you want it. Best thing is to eye everything before you glue it down. So that's it. Pretty easy. I mean, these are glued down enough that you don't have to do anything here. If you want to anchor them a little, you can put a little pop-up tape under here, but basically, if you glue that down, it should be just fine on that. So that's that one. That's one that's not too hard to do. Okay, the next one we're going to do is the free die set one. I don't have a sample of them because guess what? I mailed them all out for birthday cards. So this is the one with the free die set you got. And on some of them, I think I gave you just the green and white paper. So you guys can cut out your own. The ones that didn't want the die, and there wasn't very many, I cut it out for you. Then you're going to have this circle cut out. This has a sticky backing on this one. It makes it easier to put it down. You're going to have a envelope, a white base, your embossed white has flowers on it, and then you can have 3 sheets each of this blue with a silver pattern in it. Okay, so this is what the best thing to do on this one is. We're going to put down the blue on this one first. Okay, so you want to kind of line it up how you want to do this. And you want to have all your strips hanging off at both points because we're going to trim those off. So the easiest way that I found to do this is to use glue and make sure you get all the way over to the edges and everything, because then you can move this around a little. You just have to make sure you get over to the edges. And when you lay it down, you have to make sure that you're side to side hanging off so you can cut that. Excuse me, I have to sneeze. So I want to leave a little bit of white in between these. Okay. So you're going to do it kind of like that. And that's why I like my glass top. I just wipe everything away. Okay, so you want to flip it over. And the best thing is to use some long scissors. And then just cut all that off. And you're going to come out with something like this. So you have designs on that. Okay, and at this point, you can go ahead and tape the pattern piece onto your folded white. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take care of our flowers. So on this one, you just want to make sure you pop out all these pieces on your white one. What we're going to do is do an overlay pattern on this. So you have this one that goes with this, and this goes with this. So what you want to do is take your scissors and just go ahead and clip it as close as you can to the stem or where the flower ends. Then we just take some glue. Just tap, tap, tap. Don't put a whole bunch. And even if you want to just use your finger and spread it around, that's best. So then we're going to go ahead and line this up right on top of the green. And since you have the glue still, you can go ahead and move each petal to make sure it's lined up. Okay? And that adds some sturdiness to your flower too, having it doubled like that. Sorry if my hands are all blue. I've been doing a lot of kits today. Okay, same with this one. We're just going to line it up. And then just take each stem. Make sure it's lined up before it dries. Okay. Then what you can do is you have a yellow alcohol marker. Just go ahead and put it just in the center. Like that. Okay, so we have those pieces. So then you want to take this one. This one has a sticky backing for you because this one's going to be a little bit harder to glue. So we will just try to grab that backing off. And you can put it anywhere you want to. Before you take the sticky backing out, you can lay it down and figure out where you want to put it. And then go ahead and lay your flowers down, see where you want them to go. And then in one of your gifts, besides your die, you got a whole bunch of wording cutouts too. So there's a whole bunch in here. So there's a happy birthday you can use for this one, even a happy anniversary. There is a happy Mother's Day. There's happy wedding, happy anniversary, let's see, New Year's. There's even happy graduation, if it's a nice, you like that basic simple for a girl for graduation. We got you a happy Valentine's Day. Whoops, I just noticed that green's not popped out on that one. So go ahead and glue those down on there, however you want. And you can finish your saying like this if you want to, okay? And same for these wordings or for any of those other cards that you get with this kit that you want. Okay, so for the next one, this is going to be the Father's Day card. Now, it could be Father's Day. It could be Happy Birthday. You know, if somebody just graduated from a school that they learned how to do the tools or whatever on that. So in this kit, what you're going to get is you're going to get your envelope, your base, your pattern. You're going to get a black square. You're going to get another square that looks like a cork board or a peg board, I should say. Then you're going to get all these different tools. All the tools have a sticky backing to them. And what you need to do is you can decide where you want to lay them out on your thing, your design. So what you have is you have a full saw and a full hammer, brown, okay? You have a full black and a full black screw pliers. And I'll show you what we do to make those, to put those together. So go ahead and take your scissors and go ahead and cut this brown piece like that. You can go throw that away. Then there's a hammer. There's, you can tell where the hammer handle starts. You want to clip it right there. And all these have sticky backing, so it's going to really help you put these together. So then you want to take your hammer, and some way easy to do this is take your pick and go like this. Then you want to lay this right on your silver saw, because you're going to have all these silver parts too. Okay? So there's your hammer. I mean your saw. So within your hammer, you have your brown part for your hammer. Go ahead and pick this up too. And this makes it so much easier than gluing everything down. Then you don't have glue all over the place. The only thing bad, you stick it down and it's hard to rip it back up. But okay, so your saw and your hammer are done. Okay, so we're going to do the pliers and the screwdriver. So these are all extra pieces. And remember, all these have extra backing, sticky backing on them. Okay, so then you want to take your pliers, and you can kind of just guesstimate where you want to clip them for your pliers. Okay, so you take your silver pliers, put that on there. And that's what you got to watch for. You watch losing your pieces. Okay, here's the other half. Put that on there. And then with this one, you can tell where the screwdriver ends. Just clip it there. And go ahead and set this down. Okay, so there you have all your tools. All your tools will have sticky backing. Your bolts and everything will have all sticky backing. So once you do that, You put your main piece together. You put these two together and lay that down. And you can put it in the center up here if you want to put Happy Birthday or Happy Father's Day or whatever. There is a Happy Father's Day in the pack of wording that I gave you for the kit. And so if you want to take a picture of this, this is how I laid mine out. So I put the nuts and the bolts, a hammer, and just laid them out like that. So this is a really cute idea. It looks kind of realistic, but then you can just lay it out how you want to on yours. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Okay, so let's go ahead and go on to the next one. And if you like these, any of these cards, but you don't want the whole kit again and you just want a couple of the cards, let me know and I'll give you a price on that to send you out that part of the kit. Okay, so on the next one, this one's relatively really easy. It is this one right here. It's the Hello one. Okay, so you're going to have in this kit, you're going to get your envelope, your base white, green. You're going to get a white piece. And the white piece is going to have score lines in it. You can barely see it, but they have score lines in it. Then you're going to get your green piece that goes across, your Hello, which is the sticky backing to make it easier. And you're going to get your butterfly. So this one's pretty easy to put together. So this one, what I would go ahead and do first is I would put this green piece onto my white, and I'll show you why. So you have 3 score lines and 3 score lines. So you want to put this in between the score lines. And I'm going to put it right on this edge. And when I'm cutting this, sometimes it's not perfect. This one's pretty good. This will give you an opportunity to trim down some of the edge if you have to, so it doesn't stick out. Because if you already glue it on here and you glue your pattern down, it's really hard to trim the edge once you glued that down. So I would do this first. And just make sure you get it between those score lines. Okay, so go ahead and put it onto your green. Now this one's just going to have a little pinch of green around the edge. And before you lay it down, I kind of just eye it a little bit before I completely lay it down all the way. I've done it so much that it's a little bit easier for me. But when you have cards that are just a smidge of color around the edge, it's harder to line up. And like always, I know everybody makes a mistake. Make sure your opening's correct. And you're going to have a little white around this edge of this card too. Okay? So the next thing you want to do is take this Hello off. And you're going to have the sticky backing, and just make sure all the pieces are cut out. And this will be sticky for you. So you don't have to worry about that glue. You can put the Hello in the middle if you want to. You can put it off to one side. And then this one, what I did is I went ahead and just glued in the middle of the butterfly so the wings can kind of pop up a little bit. And if you have any bling bling and you want to put some around this card, that would be cute too. But that's just a simple card, but the little scoring lines here kind of help a little bit of dimension and some look to it. That looks cute. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, so for the last one, we're using the flowers again on the last one. So I'll show you the kit that I have. And like I said, I don't know if it's available still. This is called the Ton And I don't know if it has a name. Maybe it's, oh, it's called Ditsy Bitsy the Ton. And then there's a die that goes with it. So probably Ditsy Bitsy Die, I guess it's called. But this one is from, I don't know what age it's at. Anyway, I mean what year. But I've had this a while, and I thought this would be a good time to use this. So on this one, how you do it, it's a 3 stamping process. So you have this stamp first that you can do in a green color, whatever color you want. Then you have this, that's your flowers, and they line up by these squares and triangles. So it's easy to line it up. Then you have the inner part of your flower right here. So that's what creates the different colors onto your dimensional items. So that's a cute, the one I really like. So let's see, in this kit, what you're going to get is you're going to get your envelope, and you're going to get an inside, you're going to get your card. Now I already folded this for everybody because it was hard for me to tell you a dimension, or I could have scored it or whatever, but I went and folded it for everybody. So you get the inside blue, the upper part, and your triangle, and you'll get all your flowers. And then, of course, with this card, then you can do Happy Mother's Day or Happy Birthday or whatever you want to do with your card. Now, on this one, I actually gave you 2 sets of the die cuts. So there's one set for the other card, because you don't use very many, with the teacup one. This one you could use probably a lot if you wanted to. So I gave you 2 sets and cut out 2 sets in this baggie that you got. So you can use them all or not, or whatever you want to do, how you want to lay it out first. Okay, so the first thing I would go ahead and do with this is we're going to put all the parts together. Now this is the inside, and yes, it is a pattern, but you could add some white. And what I would do is fold this and just make sure you lay it down with the white on the edge and lay it all the way down, because that piece is going to go all the way up to the top on this. Then you're going to have your triangle piece. Now this one, I would go ahead and put glue on this one, because you might have to move this around a little. So what you want to do is lay this down on your point, and you should have just a tad of white hanging out the sides. Okay. And you're going to have the little pocket here. Okay, so that pocket's going to stay open. So then here's your other piece. You can go ahead and tape this one, because you shouldn't have to move this around to align this one up. This one's going to go inside here. Yeah, and you might want to glue that to line that up a little bit better than I did. I don't think that will come back off. Nope. So yeah, I would glue that one too to line that one up, because you want a little bit of white on the edge on there too. Okay, then this is a pretty easy part. We're going to go ahead and line up some flowers looking like it's in a basket. So what I would do is take all your flowers and put them out how you want them. And then what I did is I just kind of stuck them in here like this. I didn't glue them yet. I'm just sticking them in here to see how the design would be. Those two are alike, so let's put it over here. So once you do that, what you can do with these ones too, is you can hang these down like this. Just stick them in there and they hang down over the edge here to give it a little bit of dimension. Same with these. You can just hang it down like this. Hang this one down like this. Get a little bit of dimension. Have a little bit of overhang on the flowers even if you want to. So I would practice with it first and see how you like it. And then individually glue everything down on how you want to do that. And then go ahead and put your Happy Mother's Day or Happy Birthday or whatever you want on it. And like I said, if you want more of these, let me know. If you like the flowers, I can give you a price to cut out the flowers for you. We can do any color, whatever you like. So, so that's the April kit. So let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.